Welcome to the third session of chapter 3 force. In this session we will discuss about thrust and pressure. What is thrust? The total normal force experienced by a surface is thrust. Suppose you want to fix a poster on a bulletin board. What you will do? We will do it with drawing pins, right? We will press the head of the drawing pin with our thumb. So, here a force is applied perpendicular or normal to the surface. This force is thrust. Let us see another example. Hammering a big nail into the ground. So, here also a force is applied perpendicular that is in right angles to the ground. This force is also thrust. What is the unit of thrust? Thrust is force itself. So, the unit of thrust is same as that of force, that is Newton. It is named after this famous scientist Sir Isaac Newton and the symbol is capital N. Now, let us see what is pressure. So, before defining what is pressure, let us understand what is pressure. Analyze this picture. When you stand on loose sand, your feet goes deep inside the sand. But when you lie down, your body does not go that deep. Do you know why? Every body exerts a force equal to its weight on the surface supporting it. And the effect of this force depends upon the area over which it is spread. Here, in both the cases, the force applied is the same, that is the weight of the body, but the effect is different. When you stand, the force is applied on an area equal to your feet. But when you lie down, the force is applied on a larger area. It is obviously larger than the area of your feet. Here, the same magnitude of force produces different effect based on the area over which it acts. Now, let us analyze another picture. So, keep a pencil between your thumb and the index finger. The tip of the pencil should touch the index finger and the other end should touch the thumb. Apply force towards the pencil for few seconds and release it. What can you see? You can see depressions on both fingers. And you can see that the depression formed on the index finger is more when compared to the one formed on the thumb. Do you know why? So, here the area over which the tip of the pencil acts is less compared to the area over which the other end acts. As a result, the depression formed on the index finger is more compared to that of the thumb. So, here also we can see that the force acting depends upon the area over which it acts. So, the physical quantity that shows the dependence of thrust upon area is pressure. Now, let us define pressure. The thrust per unit area is pressure. The formula to calculate pressure is equal to thrust by area or force by area. So, here we can see that pressure is inversely proportional to area. That is, as the area of contact increases, pressure decreases. As area of contact decreases, pressure increases. Now, let us see the unit of pressure. Here we can see that pressure is equal to thrust by area. The unit of thrust is Newton and that of area is meter square. So, the unit of pressure is Newton per meter square or Pascal. Now, let us discuss a few examples from our day-to-day life to prove that pressure is inversely proportional to area. So, here you can see the picture of a knife. A knife has got two edges. One is the cutting edge which is sharp and the other one is the blunt edge. It is easy to cut vegetables using the cutting edge. So, this is because as the area of contact decreases, the pressure exerted increases. Now, see the second picture. So, this is an army tanker. Army tankers are very heavy and they exert very high pressure on the ground. So, in order to reduce the pressure on the ground, they are made to move over steel tracks called caterpillar wheels. As a result, the area of contact with the ground increases. And this helps to reduce the pressure on the ground. And this avoids sinking of wheel into the ground. Here you can see a person comfortably lying on bed of nails. You might have seen this in some of the exhibitions. So here the body is spread over a larger area. So as the area of contact increases, pressure downwards decreases. Basements of buildings are made broader. As the area of contact at the bottom is higher, the pressure exerted by the building on the ground is reduced. That is, as the area of contact increases, pressure decreases. See this picture. Heavy load carrying vehicles have more number of wheels. Do you know why? As the number of wheels increases, the area of contact with the ground increases. As a result, the pressure exerted by the vehicle on the ground is decreased, so it can easily move forward. School bags are provided with broad shoulder straps. Broader shoulder straps increases the surface area. As a result, it reduces the pressure on the shoulder. As the area of contact increases, pressure decreases. Ducks have webbed feet. Ducks are normally seen in slushy areas near to ponds, rivers, etc. And you can see that they can easily move forward in such areas. It is because of their webbed feet. As the area of contact increases, the pressure downwards decreases. So these are some examples which proves that pressure is inversely proportional to area. Thank you.